Fold it up, TJ. You can't carry it like that. Fold it all up. You better put it down and put that food on top of it. Welcome. I think it's you, Your Pleasure 721. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Queen. I appreciate you. Look like you were here before me. Actually, I was here. I just didn't hit the go live button. Still setting things up. Good afternoon. I'm about to say good morning. We just missed that by 1 minute. So good afternoon. Nope. 59 minutes. I'm tripping. It's 1 o'clock. Right. Got a very interesting topic for the community today. Give me a second while I give others the opportunity to come in. Hey, Sierra, I see you made it in, Queen. I didn't send a reminder over to the chat, so I'm trying to do that right now. I'm telling you. This is going to be a problem. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Sierra did it for me. I just came over here and you did it. Thank you so much, Sierra. Sierra is the best, I'm telling you. Anybody down in the chat willing to come up? We're just having girl talk. Your pleasure. You're welcome to come up, Sierra. There you go. I'm dropping the link. I'm just going to drop the link. I'm not even going to put anybody on the spot. Let's see. Want to come up? Come on. Okay. You know I can hold it down for then. I'll hold out for you. Healthy Tally, welcome, Queen. She is a queen from our Facebook group. Good to see you here. You finally caught me live. Welcome. Girl Talk. It's Saturday. This is what I called a chat and chew. I asked everybody to bring them something to snack on or something to eat or something to drink so that we could get into this. Very interesting topic today, guys. We were having a great topic last night. It was getting a little lengthy. I never mind that though, because I always look for companionship via my live streams with my girls. But I really didn't want it to end, but I had to because Sierra was going live right after me, and I was just going on for a short live. One moment, guys. All right. You know, you can tell the kids the rules before you get on, but they're going to try you. Playing with food. I don't like kids playing with food. There's kids starving somewhere. Some kids don't have food, and then you guys get it and you play with it. I don't think so. Welcome in, Deandra. Good to have you here, Queen. I'm doing good, Healthy Tally. Thank you so much. I love to get on and chit-chat with the girls. Like I was saying last night, we were having a very interesting conversation. I really could have gone on longer. Oh my God, it was getting good. We were talking about them trifling brothers and things that we endured and or experienced or observed other people going through. Don't you throw that food away. I just told y'all we're not throwing food away. Put it down. Oh my God. That's one of my, that irks me to no end. Especially, I used to work at a homeless shelter, so I saw people struggling. I drive through the streets of Camden, here in New Jersey all the time, and I see all these homeless people. So y'all not gonna sit up here and throw no food away. That's not an option. Come out of there. Come out of there. So yeah, we was talking about them trifling brothers last night, and I can't wait. Because you know what's going to happen. A brother's going to look at that live stream. They're going to chime in with their opinion. And I'm already aware of that. And I know that they're not going to be in agreement with us. So, kick rocks. I can care less. This is our point of view. This is our world over here. Gracefully bow out if you don't like what we have to say. But today's topic is really, really interesting, which is why I wanted to make it a part of a chat and chew. What y'all eating on over there? Let me know. I know Sierra says she went to go get Chinese. Deandra, if you want to come up, the link is down in the chat. I put it down for anybody. I'm trying not to put anybody on the spot because I know a lot of people are shy and would not like to come up on a panel. Healthy Tally, you're more than welcome. I know it's your first time in my live stream, but come on, sister. You a part of the sisterhood. Today I am asking, and let me read this exactly how I posted it because I told you guys I'm in multiple groups across social media. So I normally go into this adult conversation group that I created over on Facebook. And if anybody want to be in on it, you have to have Facebook. DM me your Facebook name and I can add you. Or follow me on Facebook. I'm under Wanda Amaechi. Find me over there. Send me a friend request. If you want to get in that group, let me know. I'll add you in. It's adult conversation. It's a no judgment zone. The ladies let their hair down. No topic is off limits. We just go. But the actual question that I put over there, would you date a man who is bisexual? Would you date a man who is bisexual? I would like to add that on that group is a lot of my family members because it started with me and my cousins, but then I opted to open it up to other people that I know on Facebook that is mature enough to handle a group like that. I said, don't wrap that up and don't throw it away. Put it down. Oh my God, every time I take my eyes off him, he wrapping it up again. I said, don't do that. Yeah, would you date a bisexual man? I just like the community to be honest and forthright in their approach or answers. Don't interrupt me while I'm on here. Let me know straight up. I mean, there are variables that I am going to bring. Some viewpoints of other individuals that I asked and some of their responses. Very interesting. I had to run this by some of my coworkers. Y'all know I normally do that. I even talked to my husband about it till he got frustrated enough to say, I don't want to talk about this no more. And I get it, because in his country, that's abomination. So I so get it. But I have to let him know and remind him, you're in the U.S. now, and you don't have control over what other individuals do. And they are doing it. It used to be something that people kept in a closet when I was growing up and I was younger. But now it's out there. They have different things that they celebrate. I don't want to really go into all that because I don't want YouTube to come in on my little corner and attack and or demonetize or anything like that. But I know you guys living in the U.S. are very familiar that this is it's all over now. It's something you see all the time, especially down. Oh my God, Deandra's gonna hate me for this, but in Georgia, in Atlanta, ATL. That's where a lot of, bisexuals and or gay individuals reside. They seem to think that's the hot spot right there. And I'm here for it. I have a lot of friends that are gay and or bisexual. I shared that in the past. I absolutely love them. Just recently I shared how back some years ago I used to go in those chat rooms on social media just to see what they were up to in there. Sometimes it was fun, but sometimes it got to be a bit too much, and I had to get myself out of there. Like, oh my God, what did I just see, or what did I hear, or why did I even come in here? Yeah, um, it can be fun hanging with them, their personalities and how over the top they are, so flamboyant. However, in different climates, it could be a bit much. So let me go to the chat for a bit. Can't come up right now. I was going to go live, but I was busy with cleaning, and I look a hot mess. Now, you already know you can turn that camera off. Knock it off. We on StreamYard. We not on YouTube. Your pleasure said no. Flat out no. No explanation, just no. I'm sorry I couldn't. Not a problem, Healthy Tally. I stand where you are, just so you know. I'm not for it either. That's a hard no for me. Once you have been bent over, just stay on over that way. Listen. Oh my God. Funny, funny, funny. I see my girl just popped up. Hold on, let me let her in. There's Sierra.
Hey y'all.
If you're done, that's it, Ty. Go away. What are you doing? He just hanging around to see if he gonna get in trouble. You're not in trouble. If you don't want to eat it, put it there, but just don't throw it in the trash.
Hey
Oh my
Ty.
God. A hard no. I gotta read that one again. Oh my God. In fact, let me do y'all the favor. Put it up there. It's a hard no for me. Once you have been bent over, just stay over that way. Listen, a lot of women feel that way. And yes, it's very popular where you are. It's very popular. People go there. They travel there just to be in the ambiance of it all, just to be around it. They like that atmosphere. Listen, again, I love how over the top and flamboyant they are. I get a kick out of how extra those men that are, you know, either converting over to women or just in their mind they're a woman or whatever. How they go the extra mile to be extra feminine. They're more feminine than the average woman. That's why it tickles me so hard. Like, my God, like with RuPaul and them, their makeup and stuff be so flawless. I had a client who was bisexual, and every time I used to go to his house, he used to be watching that stuff, like the drags and stuff like that, and I would sit right there and watch it with him. But then what was funny to me is he would go and buy all this makeup and stuff and try to make himself up. And keep in mind, he's special needs, but he was bisexual. And so he was drawing his eyebrows like from here all the way up. And I was like, Stacy, that's a fake name, but I'm going to just say that. Is that what you see? When you look at those shows, that's how you see that makeup? Like, it was so gaudy. But to him, he was doing it. He was everything. And y'all, it was funny to watch from day to day. Myself and any nurse that had to go to the house, and the counselors that had to service them, we would come back to the office and prepare the other one like, you been to your boy house today? Oh my God, wait till you see what he got on today. It was hilarious. We have, hey Queen, I'll be here, but in the bushes, I'm cleaning and getting the boys ready for a birthday party. No problem. Welcome in, sis. That is Precious, guys. Precious, Healthy Tally is in the chat today. This is her first time in my live stream. So the three of us are in that Facebook group I was talking about, guys. But yeah, the topic, in case you missed it, would you date a bisexual man? I have women in the chat that just flat out said no. The funniest of them all, let me go back to it, was from Deandra, who's up on the panel now. That's a hard no for me. Once he have been bent over, he can just stay over that way. Girl, I love it. I couldn't have put it better. Do anybody here watch Love and Hip Hop? I'm trying to remember which one that is. With Ray J, Sierra. Which one? Which Love and Hip Hop franchise is that with Ray J and all of them?
Hollywood. Or it was. It started off with them being on Hollywood.
Let me see. I can't hear you, Sierra.
It started off on Hollywood.
You're on mute. No? Ah,
It started off
it,
on
it's
Hollywood.
me. I have my. I'm sorry. I have my volume down.
It started off on Hollywood, right?
That's it. Do you remember the season where they had the two guys on? Um,
Milan.
Milan is the darker one. What is that nice looking light skinned guy? Oh my God. Brock? It's something like that. Brock? No. Anybody know that season? Type it in the chat if y'all there with us.
I'm gonna look at it.
Okay. Where he was actually with the female, and he was having this extra affair with the other guy, and she had to find out during the season. Yeah, that's it. Building Ace, welcome, Sir Brock. I kept saying I knew it was like Brock or
Miles.
something. It's Sir Brock.
I think
That's Milan, I think. Right? And then Miles is the other one. You don't watch that show? Listen, I love all of Love and Hip Hop. I tell everybody that. I like all those reality shows. But my favorite of all is the Atlanta franchises. They come with it with Atlanta. However, for that particular one, oh, I liked it. Christopher Milan and Sir Brock. There you go.
Okay, so Sir Brock is rapping name, and then his real name is Miles. Okay.
Okay. Yes. There it is. There it is. Look, Lacey's on it. Lacey followed that season. It was good, guys. It was so good. I probably wouldn't see you watching that show, Healthy Tally. That makes sense to me. Hold on one second. Let me see what's that.
Can you hear me, Wanda?
I can.
Hi, Miss Wanda, Sierra, chat. Hi, everybody. I'm cleaning, so I'm gonna drop down in the chat after I ask my question. But it's just to add to what we're already talking about. Like I said, it'll be a hard no for me because I don't know why, but as a man, as a woman, when you have a man, you think of like strong, protective. But like I said, once you've been bent over, that kind of takes away from the masculinity for me because I'm attracted to the beastly man. You know what I mean? But my question is why? And I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. Why is it that it's hard for us as women because it'll be hard for me. It'll be a no for me to take a man who is bisexual. But when a woman is bisexual, it's like a turn on for a man. That's all I want to know. Just asking for a friend.
I equally don't understand why it's okay one way and not the other. But men have been turned on by women touching women, women rubbing women, girls kissing girls. That has been a thing. I want to say since the 90s that I know about it to be open like that. I don't understand why they're into it, but they do. It turns them on. Where on the flip side of things, it turns women off. However, there are some women that are turned on by it. And I do have their opinions that I'm going to share with you, as we get more into this. I basically wanted to see how anyone in the chat felt about it first before I dive into it and share with you some of the interesting responses I got from some of my coworkers. I will start with me asking this over in the group. And again, if anybody want to get in on it, is Grown Conversations over on Facebook. If you have Facebook, you can send me a friend request, Wanda Amaechi, and I will add you into the group. I had to recently clear out the group. We had a lot of members that were confrontational and stuff like that. And again, even though we're having these type of discussions, it's not to argue with anybody. It's simply to give your opinion. And if you don't agree, just agree to disagree. That's fine. That's how adults behave. So I had to kind of clear that whole group out and start it back up. And we're about, I'm thinking we're like at 30 members now. And people are giving some very interesting responses, and it's back to where it all started. So I'm happy with it. It's smaller, but I'm happy with the flow of things right now. So I'll take that. But just so you know, when I asked that over in my group, here are some of the responses. Someone said no, not knowingly, but nowadays these guys be undercover, so you really won't know unless you catch them in the act. And it's true. It's true. You could very well be dating an undercover brother and in the dark right now. It's true. That's why I always tell women, really, really get to know your partner. Really, really get to know your partner. And what I mean by that is you have to sometimes test the waters. We all know that men are not okay with women playing around in their backside, right? Sometimes you'll do that. Yeah, sometimes they are okay with that. You come across a man that's telling you, I stand firm in my manhood and I don't mind that. It's a little questionable. It's a little questionable. Maybe he is. I don't know. But that would be a red flag for me. Because no man I know is turned on by that. We as women, it's hard for us to have people mess around in that area, if you know what I mean. One of the most painful things. Some women are turned on by it. That was another question that I asked over in that group. And I was amazed to know that a lot of women like having it that way. Yeah, some girls said that's the only way she wanted. She don't want it the normal way. She only wanted it through her backside. So I'm like, wow, different stroke for different folk. However, back to the men. When you got somebody that's okay playing around their boo-boo, it's questionable. Let's go with your pleasure, because he gets 2 women to pleasure. Okay? Okay. Absolutely. If he's partaking in the activities. But somehow they are just okay with the idea of watching 2 women and not being involved. Of course, obviously, it's turning them on. But I just don't understand what's the fetish of it all. I don't understand it. Is it because everybody have that idea time that they want to have a menage a trois? I don't know. But men appear to be so turned on by women touching women, even if they're not a part of it. Yep, you got to respect everybody's opinion because you can't change it. Absolutely. Listen, people are doing some crazy stuff in the bedrooms. We're not always privy to it. I have a friend, very close friend of mine, that's into that kinky stuff. We sit, and she talked to me about it all the time. Although I'm never going to entertain doing something like that, I am entertained by listening to her. It is what it is. Listen, she got me through a lot of 16-hour double shifts talking to me about her sexual life. And baby, she'll get that man on the phone. Okay, and they'll go. They'll talk about it openly. They told me some things, some tricks they turned together. It's hilarious. To me, who's not into it. You may turn the next person on. So Judith, I know you're just coming in since we started the topic, but the topic is actually, would you date a man who is bisexual?
Definitely not. Um, And because and again, like shoot, like I said in international dating, we probably have. Don't know it. We probably have and don't know it. But men are they try so hard with the secrets and sneaking, and no, it's just too much. And they don't mind having diseases and getting shot in the butt, and no, no thank you. I'm good. And it is kind of double standard. It's kind of double standard because a lot of you may not know. I was in a relationship with a woman for 13 years. So, and yes, so it's kind of double standard here. I wouldn't do it.
It's double standard for you, and I knew where you were coming from with that, but I can't tell them that. But it's interesting that you would share that with them. But I tell y'all, this woman is an open book. And if you don't know her, you need to get to know her. And a good way to get to know her outside of YouTube, where we can be in trouble for certain things that we talk about, get down with my grown folk, my grown conversation group over on Facebook. She's in there. She may as well be the admin because her stories are way more juicy. All I do is ask a question and she go. And I'm like, oh my God, why won't she be admin? As a matter of fact, today I need to put you up. You need to get some ranking in that group because you need to. I know you can post questions anytime you want, but as an admin, I need you to post questions at least 3 times a week. So that would be perfect to get you up there. Yes, like she stated, she was in a relationship with a woman for 13 years. And from her standpoint, it is double standards. It is. However, she's still not interested in a man who's interested in the man. I get that. Again, it goes back to, and men, I'm sure you share that with men that you are dating, right? Right, Judah? Yes. They know about it. I knew it. I just wanted to confirm it. They know about it. They're not turned off by that. It turns them on.
If I can tell y'all 8,000 viewers, why wouldn't I tell the men? I am who I am, like at the end of the day.
Can't take it away from her. She is who she is. Please, for anybody that's coming in later, get down with my grown conversation group. It's for women only. I want to make that clear. Because every time I get people requesting for a man to come in, I decline them. It's our world. Just like here, this is our world. But we can get more into detail over there. We talk way more vulgar or, get into some serious in-depth conversations over there. Juicy, because I see Precious coming in. Welcome, Queen. Good to have you here. It's a Juicy Live. Listen, if you come on over to Grown Conversation, it gets even juicier than this. But it does happen, ladies. There are men out here on the DL that we may be sleeping with. I do know people personally that came across that situation. It's unfortunate. You think you have one thing going on, but it's actually something else. Get back into the chats. I think for me, it's the experimentation and how they can openly be with another woman. Whereas we, as you said, like the masculinity of a man and don't want anything to take away from our thinking. There you go. There you go. Exactly. It's an experiment. I think on all parts. What she said? I see something at the bottom. I think on everybody's part, female on female, male with male, it's an experiment at first. It might be something that you've been holding on to for some years and reluctant to try and finally get up the nerve to dive into it or take a chance. That might be the case. However, I can't see, that would just take away the masculinity from me. I'm in agreement with both building Ace Legacy and Deandra. It would. In the back door. It's Precious Hay coming through. Okay, I see everybody, greeting everybody. That's Tamika. I'm back. My internet was messing up. Oh my God. Tamika, I know you said you're not on any social media. This is where it stops for you with YouTube. But if you ever decide to get on Facebook, please come in our grown conversation group we have over there. It's all women, and we have these topics in depth. We can go way more in depth than we can here. Not me. I meant to say men. Okay. All right, Lacey. Lacey said, let me clear that up real quick. Don't y'all get the wrong impression. So yeah, that was the response for someone in the group. Like, we could very well, well, I'm gonna say it again, not knowingly, but nowadays these guys be undercover, so you really won't know unless you catch them in the act, and it's true. Another one said consciously no, but shit, can honestly say we know for a fact this is closet season. Exactly. It's closet season. There are a lot of men into men. I hear about it a lot more in the media now with the ball players, doctors and lawyers that's on those business trips. Oh, they do the business. But at night, they take care of the business. You don't know. What do you think these men are doing when they're on business trips away from the family for long periods of time? Staying in those suites. What do you think?
Drinking at the store. But after that, I don't know what else.
Truck drivers, they're notorious for doing stuff like that. What do you think they're doing? You think they can always find a streetwalker? They got other avenues that they do now.
They not always looking for a streetwalker. They looking for a man. Somewhere where nobody don't know him at. They looking for it. like I said, out of town. Nobody don't know him there.
I have a friend that told me, and this is a female, that she deliberately did her dirt in other states because nobody knew her. It was easy. And she did it for years. Never got caught because she kept going in places that she was not known. So yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. And the world was just her free range for her. You know, she could do whatever she want, wherever she want, and fly herself back into her family and just do her, be the norm, fit back in. Oh, but when she hopped on the next flight, it was hunting season again. You know, she got her hoes in different area codes. Mm-hmm. It's not men. It's not men. And so men do it too. They out there moving around. But it's not other women. We so busy thinking, what hoe you messing with? Sometimes it's a man. This is the reality of it all. This is, like they said, it's their season. Mm-hmm. You want to add anything?
So they be telling us the truth. It ain't no hoe. It's a him.
Actually, they are. When we all on their back, like, who that be? I know you was messing with. And he said, I wasn't messing with those. He really not lying. He really not lying in all cases, you know? Ladies, again, if this man is comfortable with you playing around with his backside, that's a red flag. Remember, I told you that.
Shoot, some of the guys, I've heard stories where the men asked for it. A finger. Now, I said, oh, he asked for a finger, you gave it to him, and you still with him. Okay.
I don't even know how I would feel. I would probably turn around and punch him in the face. He asked me something like that. Girl, he may as well had to spit in my face to ask me that. And they still with them to tell you that story. First of all, nope. Ain't no first of all, never mind. Nope, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. No, never. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. I know you gave her the business.
A whole lot of business. And I mean, it was more than one person. It was more than one person. They had that kind of story, and I'm like, are you serious? And you don't see anything wrong with this, right?
Y'all, it's going down. You gotta really know who you date, and you gotta get background checks on folk. You gotta really, really dig. If they introduce you to somebody from their past, you better get to know that person. They may have something you need. What'd she say? I see I need to keep Judith off the internet. She don't have no filter. Child, like you didn't know. That's your mama. She birthed you. She birthed you. This is what you do. You keep her away from these topics. Keep her away from the topics. Sierra, I saw your question for Precious. She was supposed to come up. She overbooked herself, so she's not able to come. She chatted with me right before the live stream. So, yeah. She was actually, funny story, she wrote down 11 a.m. So she was waiting with her sandwich. Yeah, she was 2 hours early. Yeah. And I told her, don't worry about it. It'll be other times. But of course, if she had some free time, join in on it. We didn't want her to miss it. One moment, guys. Judith, can you talk for a minute?
So, Lacey, you need to cut it out. Now, you know your mom is unfiltered and truthful. And I'm going to tell it. It's for, if I know it's for the world to know. Now, I can't hide nothing. We got to share. I ain't telling nobody names. I'm not telling on the people. Unless we was walking past each other and I'd be like, ooh, girl. he liked the finger. But you can't say it out loud like that. But yeah, I y'all know I like to have fun. But again, I have to be honest.
I think it's a definite no-go.
Yes. You said it's the Jersey in us?
With telling like how it is and just the way that you talk, definitely.
And you know I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh, even better.
Get that line.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I had a call. But on the flip side of things, when I asked my coworkers, now that was the responses from my Facebook group. When I talked to my coworkers who were a little more in tune with freakiness, let's just say that, the first response was, it's the best of both worlds. Messing with a bisexual man was the best of both worlds for her. She said you get to have the female partner and the male partner all in one. Same look I'm giving y'all is to say, I just had a blank expression like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm telling you, there's some folk out there doing stuff that you would not believe. Something you probably couldn't even wrap your mind around even attempting to try. They're very comfortable with it. She felt like she got the best of both worlds. She said she got him into character and wanted him to dress like a woman sometimes. Yes, Lacey. She mean the man in the bedroom becomes the man and the female.
Well, she might as well just have a boyfriend and might as well just have a girlfriend. That's a little too much.
But that's what she feel like she has. Just all in one partner. She said it's safer that way. As far as STDs.
How? Because on that aspect, for gay men, they are unfiltered in every way. So it's definitely not safer unless you took about 3 years and every 6 months he getting them HIV tests and all the rest of that stuff now. And y'all ain't did nothing for 3 years and he ain't did nothing for 3 years.
This woman is convinced that she is his only partner because she get both. She's convinced. I couldn't change her mind. I'm like, girl, do he pull new tricks all the time? She was like, yeah. I said, where you think he getting it from? She's like, well, we brought in the sex toys. Okay, but that's not enough for him. It's good for your session, but he's still going to want the real thing. Don't be a fool. I couldn't change her mind.
So you're telling me that she mans him and he females her? This is crazy.
And this is what you call taking things a little too far. And absolutely crazy. I can't disagree with her because she's standing her truth. And like I said, I'd rather agree to disagree. Listen, honey, up until the close of my day, she was still giving me all the reasons why it's the best situation possible to have two partners in one.
Yeah, but you think that you're the only one. That ain't how gay men get down. Even in what they call monogamy, they're not. I don't think they know the true meaning of monogamy. I think monogamy to them mean I have my person, I live with them, we gonna get married, all the good stuff, but I can still do what I want.
Is this that new phrase they calling sexually fluid? I'm very confused with this whole new terminology. I know that Noelle, daughter to Cynthia Bailey, used that. And she became very accepting of it. Both her and Leon. And I was like, I don't get it. I know when you are the parent, you have to look at things differently. But somebody gonna have to break that down a little more to me because I don't think I got it 100%. I don't think I have the grasp on that.
Well, to be quite honest, I believe that Leon, as quiet as he may be keeping it, is sexually fluid also. So it's probably not going to come from him.
I've always felt that way. People always viewed him as this sex symbol, but I could not rock with it. It's something about it. Tay Diggs too. I know a lot of people like these people. These are just my opinions. It was always something about Leon that I couldn't rock with it. People still to this day see him as a sex symbol, and I just can't get it. But that's a matter of opinion because a lot of people find Denzel Washington sexy, and I don't. I don't find him sexy. I find him an excellent actor, but I don't find him sexy. I just don't.
He has that appeal. His the way he carries himself, his demeanor. That's the sexiness in him, that sex appeal. But he ain't the best looking man. But that sex appeal can cover some of that up a little bit. That lisp he got in the way his mouth, like yeah, he ain't the cutest, but he's definitely sexy.
Okay, because y'all about to kill me right now.
Wait a minute. What? What did you just say, Judith? Wait a minute. Did you just say Denzel Washington is sexy? Okay. Okay. His acting, like Wanda said, is good. Yeah, the acting is good. That's all I can say. Now, okay, Wanda, elaborate on what you mean by Tay Diggs, because he's younger, a little younger. Um, I don't know. I mean, he got Stella to get her groove back. That's all I know. But
That's because Stella was going through something at the time. I don't think if there were other men present with that nice accent, he would be her pick. He had the perfect role in the perfect film. I don't find him sexy. I watched him in a number of movies. The Best Man. You found him sexy in that? They portrayed him as a sex symbol in How Stella Got Her Groove Back. But I don't find him sexy. The focus was on him. That's what happened in that movie. I mean, somebody else might find him sexy. I'm just saying what I don't. Because somebody going to laugh at me right now. I said somebody going to get me. I would have dated Biggie Smalls. I wouldn't have been obsessed like Little Kim, but I would have dated Biggie. I like arrogance.
you like when they call you Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air if you're a true player.
I would date Jay-Z, absolutely. I like arrogant. I would not date Kanye West. It's ignorance.
He's an R word that I won't use.
I so would have dated Biggie though. That may shock people. You look at Tony, you look at Biggie. Like, where do that? I'm not one of those women that date like the same looking person. Mm-mm. It's whatever about the individual that would captivate me. His wisdom, his education. You know, this man knew some big words. Like, that would have wowed me. But I like big, dark, nasty men. You know that phrase he used in that rap? Big and nasty? That was me. Let me go to the chats while that marinate a little bit. These are the ones who got the back door and front door wide open. Absolutely, Deandra. And I know we're going back to the individual I worked with that said that best of both worlds. Just come on in, right? So what did Lacey say? So what do he need for her if he can be both parts on his own? Okay. I guess that's when the sex toys come into play, Lacey, to answer that. It's crazy. I wish like we all could be together and I can go live when I'm at work. I wish so y'all could hear the foolishness that I have to bring back to y'all. I feel like the bone collector, like Sheree, like I took her title away for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm the bone collector. I'm going over here collecting these bones and bringing them back to y'all. Oh, precious. It's not the same to me, but you can't say it's safe when you don't know what the other person is doing. Exactly. That's what we were saying back when. I know this was up before. I can see the timestamp. Yeah. You cannot. You talk about it so much safer. Where, girl? Why would you even say that? I was stuck on stupid and parked all the way on dumb. But these are how people feel. And we can't tell them, you know. It's unfortunate. Men are greedy. You never know. Absolutely. Okay, I see where Healthy Tally had to leave. I will definitely check out your video later. No worries, Queen. I appreciate you being here. Writing it down on my paper so when I close out, I won't even forget. I will definitely check out her video. Deandra. All them fluids is too much. Talking about sexually fluid. Exactly. I really, as much as I read the definition and hear different people break it down, it's still not resonating for me. That whole sexually fluid. It's just something that somebody came up with and people running with it. That's what I think. It's another excuse to be out there cutting the fool. You were shocked with the situation too. Which one are we talking about, Sierra?
Is her name Noelle, right?
Yeah, because, her character on this show, all the way up until that point, was very reserved, low key. You would see Cynthia crying whenever something was associated with Noelle. Like, she's getting older, she's growing up. That whole mommy daughter. I did know that she knew how to check her mom and put her mom in place. I did know that. I got that several times on the show. Like a little feisty little girl. A younger version of Cynthia, if you will. And I remember when Cynthia and Leon got together and she was going away and Cynthia couldn't part with her, and her cab came up after they ate and Leon was like, let her go, stop that, let her go. I like the way he handles things. And I like the way he handled Cynthia, not being married to her. Even when she was married to Peter, he knew how to check Cynthia. He always did it respectfully, but he know her. He had her first. He know what it is. He know what all them other men was getting. Shall I say zesty? We can. Again, that is just, I don't know. It burns me out. It wears me out. I get so exhausted talking about this sexually fluid crap. Because to me, it's just another excuse to go out there and run them up through people. Come on now with the David Ruffin slander. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Oh my God, Lacey. You like him, Lacey? Something tell me you like him, Lacey. Hey, Helenista. Welcome, Queen. Come on in, sissy. We got some juicy topic going on now. You wasn't here from the beginning, and the original question is, would you date a man who's bisexual? She old see. Oh my God. Tay Diggs is goofy in real life. Say that. Say that. Say that. It's nothing sexually appealing about Tay Diggs. I'm sorry. Nothing. Biggie, yeah. I would have dated Biggie. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like the arrogance. And never mind he wasn't good looking in the face. I think if his eye was straight, he would look a little better. If he didn't have that wandering eye, I think he'd look a little better. Bernie Mac had a wandering eye.
It's not the looks for Wanda, it's the thug. She like the thug. She don't care about the looks.
Okay, listen to what I said. I would have. So she is 100% correct in making that statement. I told you guys over and over, I was born and raised in Camden, the most dangerous city in the U.S. So it was the thug. It was. And the fact that he was arrogant and strong in his spot and wasn't intimidated. So I was in love with Tupac, right? The reason why I wouldn't date Biggie at the time is because I was so in love with Tupac.
You need to stop.
Anybody who was opposition of Tupac, they couldn't get no rap from it. I learned to love Biggie more after he passed on. I didn't like Nas. A lot of women like Nas. He does nothing for me.
Nas wasn't a true thug, though.
He was an old lyricist. He knew big words. And he knew how to formulate, things correctly. But he did nothing for me. A lot of women are still in love with Nas. Khalees can have him. And that whole fight, I would take, oh my God, what's the guy name down with Eclipse? What's his name? The little one from Baltimore that dated Khalees first and then Nas married her? Pharrell. I would take Pharrell. Let's see what Deandra said. I kind of see it though, I guess. It's good for a man to have a little bit of ugly. Right! When they too cute, then they start looking prettier than you. See, Deandra get me. My girlfriends always say, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I dated the ugliest guy there is. I already had him. Y'all don't even have to worry about who y'all dating unless y'all date my ex, because he is the ugliest guy. In fact, he was so ugly when I dated him. I ain't had no problems. Ain't nobody want him. That's why I wanted him. I would choose the ugliest man out the room. Yep. Build up his confidence. Put him on the map. This guy was the ugliest guy, but he had the most beautiful spirit. Oh my God, he treats you like a queen. And he's an American man. We were younger, and I would like to add, just so I don't seem like I'm always tearing down American men, he's still a sweetheart to this day. He looks better now that he's older. Because, baby, when I had him, I had to look at him sideways. Oh, yeah, I had to turn to the side. Kissing him, I had to close that eye. Yeah, he wasn't cute.
Come in the back door kind of guy.
Girl, not even a door. Creep in the basement window. Round back in the alley. Yeah. He was not cute. He looks better in his older years. You know, some people age nicely. That's what he did. If I'd have met him now, I wouldn't imagine that he looked like that when we were younger. Never was cute. Never was in danger of being cute. He looked better now. He's still not cute. But he has such a beautiful personality. And every woman absolutely love and adore this man. Because he know how to treat a woman. That I can't take away from him. I don't even know. I was thinking, how did we get together? Girl, listen, I gotta tell y'all. So somebody saw me talking to him one day when I was, when back in the 90s, walking around the blocks, walking around the streets from set to set, kicking it with the fellas was the thing, right? So here me and my girls, we walking around. So we came up on the street where he hung at. Because we knew all the fellas on different blocks throughout the hood. And that's what we do. Get out of school, get changed, freshen up. And we just walk around and kick it with the niggas around. So anyway, get to his block. And I was talking to him. And somebody saw me talking to him. So the next day they asked me, like, you date him? And I was like, why you ask me that? I never said no or yeah, but I was like, why you ask me that? And he was like, I saw you with him. You mess with him. So when we were coming back, making our rounds back home to my house, I saw him and I was like, come here. And then I told him, I was like, yo, such and such asked me, do me and you mess around? And he was like, what did you say? And I was like, I just was messing with him. I was like, yeah, we together. And he was like, well, that's what it is. We together now. Don't let me see you with nobody else. Girl, I was like, oh my God. And girl, I was his girlfriend. I couldn't get out of that. I'm just telling you a story. So that's why I learned how to stop running my mouth. Because I done got myself a boyfriend that ain't nobody say, you know how they used to ask you back then. I wasn't asked, I was told. That was funny. Come out of there. That was funny. But that's how it happened. You trying to do your laundry and I guess listen to us? Oh my God. Brian B. Hamilton, welcome, King. I don't think you want to hang in here with us. This is the topic that a man would want to partake in or even appreciate listening to. You might want to gracefully bow out of this one. That's just a heads up. Now you can stay if you want. You might find it entertaining. However, I don't think you would want to be here. But thank you so much. I see him greeting all the queens. Iska, welcome. Did I miss Iska? I didn't even see. Yeah, she fell in there. Hey, Iska, welcome, queen. Thank you for being here. Woman power, absolutely. That's what we doing on Saturdays. Girl talk. When you see that, you might want to kind of not come in on that one, Ryan. I don't know. Tell her and get the word out to the fellas. Maybe y'all can watch the replay, but I don't think y'all want to sit in the midst of it. We don't hold back it. We don't hold back in here. This is definitely a judgment zone. Bernie wasn't sexy either, but I loved him and he was funny. Absolutely. Again, like Biggie, is his talents that drew me in. So with Bernie Mac the same way. I looked at Bernie Mac like an uncle figure, not like somebody that I would be interested in. Still my number one all-time favorite comedian. Would you believe TJ still watch the Bernie Mac show every day?
Me too.
My babies are so colorblind. Before he knew how to say his name, he'd be like, "Can we watch the brown guy?" He called me brown. They don't say black and white. They say brown, or they'll say, "You know the lady that came over, Dilute, and she was your color, like brown like you?" Like, that's how they see things, and I love it. So innocent.
My kids
Like,
is the same.
he calls him the brown guy. It's too funny. Tupac still got Jada going crazy, and the man been dead for decades. Tupac is dangerous. Listen, I couldn't agree with you more. Tupac still got me going crazy. Whenever I see him on footage, I'm like, and you know what's crazy? That's who Tony absolutely loved. Judith, Lacey, please. All Africans, all Nigerians, who do they love? Who do they walk around on?
It's Tupac.
So I got it good. Because I get the lust over this man, dead or not. And hubby love him too. Baby, I can't get enough of Tupac. Y'all ain't gonna know. I still go on YouTube and Google the clips from when he was on, when he appeared on Different World. Is it Different World? Yeah. Yep. And he was getting on, what was the guy's name that she was with at the time? He couldn't handle Tupac on them grounds. Damien or something like that. Darian is something like that Jada was dating at the time, the pretty boy. But he was intimidated by Tupac, and Tupac was up there being his sarcastic self. Just, oh my God, I love it. Everything about he was just so suave. Look, I loved him when he was in Juice, cutting up. I loved him. That locker scene when that boy was like, I ain't tell nobody. He was like, I know. Oh my God, it's something sexy. Y'all don't know. He was acting a fool. He was going down to that little pool hall, twisting, what's the man's name? The owner of the pool hall. That plays in Lakeview Terrace. What's his name? Samuel L. Jackson. He was twisting his brain, making him think old boy was crazy when it was really him. He was setting him up mentally. That was sexy. Everything he did. When he went to the when they was playing the video games and he told Steele move over and he was gonna whoop his behind. Oh, idiot.
I wasn't a fan of Tupac's. I wasn't. I love his music because he was very confound in his words and what he was saying. But I didn't care for Tupac.
Oh baby, if I could bring him back. I love Tupac. Absolutely do. Still do. I'm doing pretty good. What about you? Okay, that's for Brian. I'm great. At least I came back from tour. Speaking. Congrats on the tour, Brian. I see that from Sierra. Me as well. What did she say? Go to the movies for every date so you wouldn't have to look at. Listen, what? Hubby love him just as much as I do, so this is wonderful. And anytime, listen, Anytime I put something on with Tupac, I don't care what he doing, he gonna come sit down and watch it with me. If we don't have anything else in common, we do have that. You sound like my mama talking about her boyfriend. She was like, what the fuck was I thinking? I can't stop laughing. Listen, Precious, this man was so unpretty. Ain't that what they say to that song? Girl, listen, he was so unpretty. That's the best way I could put it. TWP Popcorn, welcome. My first time seeing you here. Are you a content creator? Trying to see if they still in the chat. It was about 7 minutes ago. If you are here, let me know if you're a content creator. I'm going to write your channel down anyway so I can come back and give you a watch. Dilute. Oh my God, Judith.
What did you say? I said, yeah. All right, well, I'm your boyfriend, and that's it. What? Where that go? What? No, that's not how this works.
That's how it worked back then.
Girl, that's how it worked. I told him a story like, come here, let me tell you something. Such and such asked me we together. What did you say? I told her, yeah. Well, that's what it is then. Don't let me see you with nobody else. I was like, what? Like, girl. But again, I like that cockiness. I like that aggressiveness. And the way he handled me. Nobody handled me like that. So it was what it was. I was with him. Okay? You rocking, I'm rolling. Let's go. He protected me. He took care of me. He did everything. Again, it wasn't cute. It wasn't easy on the eye. Oh, but he was a very nice man. Dorian, there it is. That's, yeah. Samuel, there you go. See, that was with me. Most women want a challenge and want a man to tell them no sometimes. Exactly, like I said, the way he handled me, that's kind of sexy. Absolutely. What I'm going to do with a sissy besides running all over him? I can't do it. I can't do it. It's some areas I had to work on my husband with. Because he comes from a different culture, and I was like, you can't do that here. I'm going to have to stop you right now. It's quite a few things that he came to the country doing that he no longer do. Because I told him that was unacceptable by me. And it's some things I used to do that he didn't particularly care for, and I had to stop doing it as well. It's a give or take. It works for us. Confidence with knowledge or wisdom. Absolutely, sissy. Listen, let's get back to this, guys. So, when I asked the other woman on my job if she would date a bisexual man, she said it spices things up in the bedroom and is absolutely sexy.
I need to know where this job at, because I don't think I could work there. Something wrong with all them people over there, and I guess Dilute just fit in.
Dilute absolutely don't fit in. Dilute is always looking at them and walking. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'll be massaging my head like, oh my God, like I feel the headaches coming on. I can't. My brain can't receive all that. The transmissions and stuff that's going on in there be all wonky. They clearly don't think like me. And I be wondering, like, what planet did they come from? And you know, I always ask people, where you from? Because I want to know where they think like that at. A lot of them are from, like, the suburbs here in Jersey. Born and raised.
Yeah, but I don't mean you sit in like you agreeing with them or anything. I'm just saying, because you're going to listen to the nonsense and take it all in to bring it to us. They'd have been done fired me by now. What the hell is wrong with that?
They definitely would have fired you by now. Because you don't know how to act when everything is A-OK on the job. I done work with you at 2 jobs. I know better than anybody. Lacey and you are working at the same job now. Of course, at not the same location. But I know she have to hear some stories about her own mama. It is not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's very hard. Cause she gotta remain professional and can't act the way she wanna act out on them folk when they say the wrong thing. It's hard.
No, they giving the truth, and they letting her know. When you get to know me, you understand me. And a lot of them in the beginning didn't want to know me, wasn't taking the time to know me, didn't want to understand me. And that's what some of them say to her now. Like, one of them became a supervisor for all of 2 weeks. He was like, when I became a supervisor, I gained a different respect for your mom.
Yeah, see, when you work in the group homes and you're just a counselor, you see things way different. Especially if you don't have knowledge of the other end as being the group home manager and having to be completely in control of everything from the finances to the family engagement to all the medical appointments, dealing with the nurses and the sites in the day program and every other aspect that come with it. And then you have to deal with your staff above you. It's a lot. They only see it from a counselor to counselor standpoint. So they sit there judgmental when you leave the clock like, she didn't even do nothing all day. Baby, I could have made some phone calls that were so serious and tied up my whole day because it gets like that. And dealing with the pharmacy, with psych meds, good Lord have mercy. And don't let them have to go in rehab or something or just hospitalized because your whole day is wiped out with one individual, and yet you still have so many other individuals that you are accountable for in the group home. And life must go on. I always had to remind my staff, this is a 24-hour facility. Anything I didn't get done, you need to pick up on and carry through until the end of your shift, and then the next shift will pick up where you left off. That's just how it works. If you don't think you could fit in with this equation, then you may as well find yourself another source of employment. Point blank, period. She said, I love Judith. She keeping it real. I love it. My mom the same way. Listen, she don't know no other way. She don't know no other way. Oh my God. I recently told y'all how I met her. Crazy. I was sitting in the vehicle next to hers when she put her window down and said something to me like, what in the heck just happened here? I drove all the way to the day program to pick up them clients, laughing at Judith's conversation with me in the parking lot before I pulled off. But I couldn't wait to get to the next morning to train this woman because I knew she had some stuff coming for me. I never stopped looking forward to seeing Judith. And when I got at the second job with her, because I asked her was her other job hired, she told me yeah. I said plug me because I needed more of Judith. It was so funny. I didn't want the engagement to end. It was hilarious. And what was I thinking? I knew her in my personal life too, so why did I set myself up? Don't worry, I checked out of the second job quicker than you think. Oh, I couldn't take it. I thought she was cutting up on job number one when she was the supervisor. Where I went and joined her at the other job, baby, she was out of control. She had the supervisor not coming to work because she didn't want to see her. She had the supervisor wanting her to turn her camera off when we were on virtual meetings because she didn't want to see her. When I tell y'all she had that supervisor playing with her lips, uncomfortable, the supervisor hardly ever showed up at work because she did not want to cross paths with Judith. It was bad. It was bad. When I tell y'all she had that woman so uncomfortable, I never seen nothing like it. The woman was manning the shift from home. She would call in when she knew I was in, like, Miss Wanda, yeah, oh, thank God. Can you please? She would ask everybody else to do stuff because Judith was unapproachable. We were on 24-hour watch. And what I mean by that is they were watching us, the staff. They had cameras all through that joint except the bathrooms. They watched us as we sat outside the clients' bedrooms. They watched us engage with the clients in the kitchen, in the common areas of the home. Everywhere you were on candy camera. Do you know she didn't want to watch the cameras when Judith was on schedule? I figured it out, and I was like, Judith, sign up for overtime, work with me. Because I knew if Judith was there, she wasn't going to watch the cameras, and I was free to do a little more. She didn't even want to watch the cameras when Judith was on because she didn't want to see Judith do nothing wrong because she didn't want to have to confront her. It was bad. It was bad. Everybody started catching on like, work with Judith. It's a vibe working with Judith. Crazy. Never seen nothing like it. She said, Judas said us and think it.
You already know that. You know that's the truth. Listen. I was at the job for several years. Um, so what started happening is my morale started going down because they're hiring people, paying them way more than they're paying me, not even wanting to negotiate any more money or anything else. And I've way more than proven myself at the job, you know. And I mean to the point where they were trying to get this young guy, Isaac. They was trying to get Isaac to pick up this other shift. We're gonna pay you $1 more if you pick up the shift. I was like, if y'all pay him $1 more, y'all gonna have more issues out of me than you could think of. Now, but like I said, I put my time in there, and even before, you know what Wanda's saying is true, but she never came to the job that much anyway. She thought she could watch the camera and dictate from the camera. Nope. You want to talk to me about something? Come here and talk to me about it. Don't send a message through nobody. Don't tell nobody. And I didn't have a problem telling her that. And I'm sure she had a problem and it's not confrontational. It's just be respectful to me. I'm respectful. Be respectful to me. So,
Judith, I need you at my job. Can you come Monday?
Don't invite that girl to your job. Don't you do that.
It might
Girl.
put the principal in line. So come on, Judith.
I know why you're inviting her, but I don't think you know what you asking for. Don't invite Judith. Start off slow with Lacey.
you will get everything you want.
Okay, time off approved with no mouth behind it. I don't need her to watch me either.
Just send me the address.
Okay.
Keep her out of Virginia, period. She'll ruin it for you. Keep her out of the state. Ladies, do you have anything you would like to add down in the chat? Any stories or anything you would like to add to today's topic? Would you date a bisexual man? I opened up, and I don't know if everybody was here at the time, saying that I even tried to run this conversation past my husband, and he was like, I don't want to hear any more of that. I gotta go into his voice now. I can't believe that these people are over here doing this kind of activities. I'm like, well, they are, Tony. Y'all, our conversations be so funny. Because when you speak to foreign men, they overuse adjectives. My husband be so funny. For the record, Lacey is not the start slower. She's slower than you. My husband was so disgusted. He was like, I don't want to even talk about this any further. Oh my God. Whenever I hear them talking and using those over adjectives, it always take me back to Coming to America. Samuel L. Jackson again. When he showed up at McDowell's. Anybody move, I'll blow your effing head off. And Arsenio and Eddie Murphy had to take over that whole heist, I guess, if you want to call it that. Please do not refrain from bothering the people in this vicinity. Yes. And I always have hubby watching like, this is what y'all sound like to us. And he be laughing so hard. But what's funny is all of those African men, Ghana and from Ghana and Nigeria, they laugh at that movie. They say, oh, but you know what? He did a real good job. I know he did a good job because it was very credible. If you forgot, you could forget that you were watching Eddie Murphy and think that you were watching a man from Africa. For real. He really got into that character. Right, Lacey? I know they don't talk about that stuff, but I'm in a marriage, so, if you my husband and you come to the table, we got to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and that's what I want to talk about. And he was like, it's abomination in my country. I know that. But you're no longer in your country. You in my country. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Rather you like it or not, he'd be like, oh, God. He had a gay guy on his job, and it bothered him so much. He said, Mama, whenever I see this guy, I go all the way over there. I was laughing. I said, he ain't going nowhere. I said, he's not just a
He don't want to catch it.
Not that he don't want to catch it. He don't even want him in his line of sight. And I kept saying, you can't get away from this man. He is in a supervisor capacity. He have to come around and do his rounds. You have to see him. Let him come do what he got to go and go. He's not bothering you. It's his behavior. I said, it doesn't matter. You can't control that. It can never happen in my country. They get really, really upset. Listen, Judith and Lacey, I'm telling y'all, when they feel strongly against something, girl, they do some funny gestures. Oh my God, y'all, I still laugh at Tony. He be snapping when he talk about something happened a long time ago. He snaps over his shoulder like that means way back then. You have to learn these things along the way, y'all. I learned all this. It's fun. Like I told y'all when he came here and I sent them outside, I was like, can you go in the trunk of the car and get blah blah? Well, they call it the boot of the car. So he knew what the hell the trunk was. The trunk was the front, which cars used to be like that back in the day. I told him that. But the boot is what I should have said. He would have went to the back. Yeah. Very, very funny. Yes. He be like that, Deandra. Mama, this kind of thing you're talking about here is unacceptable in my country. They will stone this guy to death if he should try that in my country. That's how he be carrying on. And I'll be laughing. Listen, don't talk to them about that kind of stuff. It's unheard of there. Even the point of people, like, what they really, really despise is now that they're African women come into the U.S. and get Americanized and start calling the cops on them and taking them to court for child support. If she should try that in my country, she should know better. She knows. Girl, what he be saying about his baby Bob, it'd be so funny. If the day they tell me they're deporting her, I will stay at the airport and wait for her plane. This is how he showed me he gonna wait. If she should miss the plane, I'm staying over. He wanna make sure she leave this country. He can, oh my God. It'd be so funny. I would love to go into more stories about that for you guys, but unfortunately I can't do the immigrations. But trust me, I'm gonna make sure you guys know that whole journey once everything is said and done. Just because we're still going through the immigrations process, I cannot really talk on that. And that's even when we talked about international love, I kind of had to stay away from that, only go into it but so much. But believe me, when this is all said and done, I'm going to share that stuff with y'all. Y'all going to hear something. That's where the funny stories are jam-packed, y'all. Because it's our own real-life experience. It's the things that I've watched him go through. And to know how this man loves on me, I'm wondering, what did this woman do to get Tony to the point where he don't care nothing about her? That's very difficult because they're very forgiving people. You can do something to completely send them in orbit, but after they cool down, they're very forgiving for whatever reason. And I don't know. I wasn't dating him. I wasn't in the dynamics of that relationship. I just know from where I stand, there's nothing anybody can do that make him be cordial with that woman again. And it's unfortunate. He gets so angry when he talks to me about it that I tell him, all right, we don't have to talk about it no more. Because I don't like the character he becomes when we talk about that topic. So one day I'm going to have to finally sit down, and probably when the kids aren't around, because he gets so angry. I don't want them to see that. See, I'm very selective in the conversations I have with Tony by the audience. And we're always with the kids. So whenever they go like with my mom, or maybe they're at school and his day off, maybe that's when I'll go ahead and pick him so I can pull back these layers and find out exactly what went wrong or to what extreme she went. because it's hard for Tony to dislike anyone. So it's so hard for me to understand why he is no longer interested in any relationship with this woman. But it happens.
It's probably the kids. It's probably the kids.
Well, she definitely started using them as a pawn, which I told you at one point. Once she saw our 1 year anniversary video go up. I didn't understand that. She was okay with everything. We were still, doing everything normal until that point. Once that video went up, I can share this much and then I'll have to stop. She was screenshotting from our video, like obviously stopping the video and taking the pics that she wanted, walking around with pictures of me all in her phone. Some with me and Tony, but majority me. Look what he married. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. I'm this. But of course, when you're sitting on that end of things, and I don't even want to use the word jealous because I don't know what it is. She don't know me, I don't know her. So why am I this?
Because you were her.
Clearly that's what it is. But why did I get the title of this? Your kids be with me. That's how you feel about me? Are you crazy? I will never understand how the mind of a jealous woman works. I really don't want to use that word because she don't know me. I think you have to know somebody to be jealous of them. I mean, that's the way I see things. Clearly you don't. I don't know, did I come along? Was I element of surprise for her? Because even when he comes in and talk about things, when he do open up and like something might have happened, and so he, of course telling me because he's frustrated. And I say, well, I have to look at it from a woman's standpoint too, Tony, because I have to understand how she feel, like where she stand in all this. You mean to tell me you would take this crazy woman's... Not taking her side. You didn't hear me. Listen again. Let me say that again. As a woman, I have to try to understand where she stands in all this and see why she's harboring the feelings that she do. I probably will never have those answers unless I have a conversation with her, which is never going to happen. So I guess it's always going to be a mystery. But for the sake of the children, we have to remain civil and cordial. I tell everybody that. Or it's going to make for an ugly situation for everybody. And the kids are most important in the equation. I'm going back to the chats. Hella needs to know bisexual for me, but can you never say never? How this world's going? Okay, so yeah, you came in later and we went through that. Because I had someone saying, like, we never really know. We could be very well in a relationship with someone who's bisexual. You just don't know. We went so far as to talk about the bisexual couple that was on Love and Hip Hop. It happens. And we're not always privy to the conversation. However, to the knowledge of it. However, I did bring up a conversation that I had with some coworkers where one of them was in complete agreement with it, saying that she get the best of both worlds because she gets to deal with both the female and male dynamics of this individual, and she felt like it makes for safer sex because he's being both for her, so he don't have to go and look elsewhere because she's okay with both sides of it. And again, we're like, that's when he's with you, but what about when he goes outside to get some other things taken care of or fulfilled, or just the touch of somebody else? And she stuck with that till the end of the shift. She never changed her mind. She never wavered. She stands in that. Sierra said, I need a nap after this. Oh my God. I don't blame him. He blows my mind as well. Let me see. Who we talking about right there? Who we talking about there, Precious? Because I know I was all over. I don't blame him. He blows my mind as well. I love that movie. So what movie? Maybe we talk about Tupac? He did amazing with that movie. With that movie, I thought she was talking about Eddie Murphy when I saw that first. Him playing in Coming to America. Never happened in my country. Absolutely, Deandra. Look, my husband is hilarious. If I could record Tony and just play some of the audio in some of these live streams, y'all would really appreciate that. Y'all probably would become members on my channel. I'll probably get my first member by playing some audio of Tony. Yeah. I'm cool with gay men as long as they are not as extra. Like, you know that you're a man and not a woman. Whatever you choose to do with your life is yours, but you don't have to overdo it. But some do. Some absolutely do. I say that they be way more flamboyant. And they behave more feminine than women. They go over the top with it. I know that they study women and they really want to be behaving like a woman, but they just go way over the top with it. No woman acts as feminine as a gay man. That's why they stand out so much, because they try real hard. She said, wow, what's she going to do with that? Right. My pictures? Yeah, what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? You want me to? Because that's all I get from it. Bitter B.I. There you go. Always women hating. But I try not to use that J word, jealousy, because people say that all the time. And people are like, I ain't jealous of you. What you got that I ain't got? And it's true. And there's no need for anybody to be jealous.
Your ex. What you got that she ain't got? Her ex.
Her baby father. Because that's what she say. She ain't got no kids by him. Girl, that's my choice. That's my choice. And you better be lucky I didn't be the one we was younger, because I'd have tore that stuff up out the frame for you. How about that? Yeah, Sierra. Listen, you're lucky I ain't slide on through the woods in Africa back then. I'd have took him and everybody in the community. How about that? Don't play with me like that, girl. Just move the F on. There you go. They always those women hating. Absolutely, Lacey. That happened to me before. The lady got on Facebook calling me all types of names and talking big trash about. That's what they do. And I don't know why they find solace in going to social media doing stupid stuff like that. To me, you make yourself look so ignorant, especially when the woman, she have access to it and she don't even bother to respond. The best response to that is no response. You look so ignorant. You look so ignorant. She was like, yes, she did. Mom, what you do? I know you got in on it. You know how you ain't.
We didn't have to do much, because once they seen it, whoever it was, they got her out of there. They was going to get that hoe.
I don't know why women do that. They act so crazy. Why are you airing? Okay, so what did you do before social media? Stop all that foolishness. Leave that for the kids. That's bullying. If you don't know it, that's bullying. It's crazy. Sometimes when women have children with a man, they feel they have a certain amount of control over him. Really? When you, a strong woman, stepped in, she knew it was game over. Absolutely, Deandra. I don't think she knew what she was getting with me. She probably thought it was a fling, because we were speaking, like I said, for 4.5 years while he was still over there. And who knows what Tony was doing with that woman over there. But okay, whatever, over there, because like I told you, I wasn't taking things serious. And he showed up here and I was like, welcome to America. But the moment that thing clicked in my brain and I'm like, this is what it is. It's sort of like that man handled me on that corner when I told him, they asked, was we together? And what you say? I said, yeah, okay, then that's what it is. It's probably like that. Because that's what I told him. Okay, this is what it is now. This is your family. This is your family dynamic and your 2 kids. This is what you got going on. And yeah, that's what it's been ever since. And she probably thought like, You know, he with her, but he the father of my kids. I got that, you know, whatever. No, you don't, honey. It's a new sheriff in town. Her name is Wanda. You had that. That's why now I got you. Listen, I got you so open. You walking around with pictures of me in your phone. How about that? Yes, baby. Can you wait till I get off? Okay. A man being a man, so can't start relinquishing some of his masculine energy that I picked up. Right. But I need to keep some of the responsibility and business purposes. There you go, sissy. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. We all said the masculinity. Sheriff Wanda. I need a podcast. Listen. Tell him if he helped me get it funded and get it up and running, we could split. We could split the proceeds. I'm serious. I just need some help with some of this. It's only one me. It's not enough hours in a day for me to man all these things. I have a lot going on up here that I would like to bring forward. It's just going to be slow and steady. If you remember in Vlogmas, I came out with the making something out of nothing. You guys hardly ever see that anymore because I keep trying to slowly but surely launch other things. When I get this thing up and going, I'm going to have to hire some folk. Some people going to have to be on this committee, that committee, that committee. I'm even have to hire folk. I bet not hear my grandson hear me say this because he helped me respond to my comments now. And he might be like, well, where my cut at? I heard you telling them. Okay. I let him sit there and help me out. But I have a lot going on. Listen, y'all, what I really, really want to do, you won't find on YouTube or Instagram. I want to start a website. I'm trying to find someone to help me do this. When I launch this is going to be so beneficial to my work field. This is going to be beneficial to the group homes, to the psych hospitals. They're going to have less behavioral outbursts from clients because I have the remedy. And the best part about it is I've worked in the population for 22 plus years, so I know exactly what I used hands-on to calm these consumers down. And so I got a grasp on it. On the flip side, I've already went and saw a lawyer about it. I want to get everything patented and I want to move on with this. And trust me, it's going to be bigger than Facebook because the lawyer was like, God damn, why didn't I think of this? It's brilliant. I just have to get the right people that I can, because you can't share all your ideas with people. They'll steal them. So I'm very, very careful and delicately handling this idea because me, Tony, nobody's going to have to work no more when I get this thing launched. It's bigger than YouTube. Like I said, God's willing, it can happen. I don't know how long it'll take me because I'm so nervous even discussing it with people legally. Like, I'm so nervous about it because I know I got my hands on something real good here. But it's going to work because I'm speaking it to existence. We are going to go. This has been a great girl talk. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh my God, we're almost an hour and 40 minutes. This was supposed to be a 1 hour segment. You see what y'all do for me? Y'all get me on here running my mouth get dry. Didn't y'all see me reach for my bottle? But I love hanging out with y'all. This has been VEDA Day 13. Thank you for joining in, Queens. Tuesday coming, for a reminder, I'm going to have Neil. It's going to be a male on the panel. Neil, I have a story to tell. He is going to get on and talk about the gig economy. Again, for anyone who may be in here or rewatching and don't know what that is, that's delivery services like Amazon, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all the different services that you can have bring foods and or deliveries to your home. He's going to tell you about the ins and outs. If you want to get started, what's the best places to get in contract with. Very knowledgeable brother. He has been doing it, I know, since the pandemic. He could have been doing it longer. I never asked him. But I have some questions. Like, I want to know, do you think this, the services have picked up and people are using them more since the pandemic and they want less contact? I want to know what's his biggest clients, like different things like that. Tell us how much can you make? What's a good day looking like? How many calls or deliveries do you make in a given day on any specific one? So yeah, yes, Precious in here. You love Neil. Everyone have a great day. Yes, he's very knowledgeable and he's going to bring a lot of information to us. So if you can tune in, please do. We got him set up for Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So get the kiddos down, get you some wine, something, whatever you want to come and relax and chill out, hang out with us. He's only going to stay on for 1 hour because he's going to have to leave and go to work. But in the meantime and in between time, I love you all. Love and respect. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Blessings.